All right. Was that the recording? I couldn't tell.
Yes. Jay, just please do the backup if possible.
Okay. Do we want to get started?
Yeah. Yes. Jay, would you like to go first?
Sure. I am about a 2.1, I suppose. I have mainly been just sort of tossing and turning regarding this whole situation with the new structure, new deadlines, no more pay stops, new budget, all that. So hopefully we can figure out some good next steps to address the whole thing. Check.
Okay, Mamoon.
Uh, I'm at 3, and I look forward to the session and look forward to solve the problems that uh, that, that focus to consensus situation. Check.
Okay, I'm next. I'm 2.2 and been working on the RTVA, the latest, then also some accounting and uh, deadlines, uh, business review. Yeah, that's it. Okay, who's next? Uma?
Uh, I'm at 2.8. Uh, I'm working on a computer and it's times two. Yeah, it's already midnight. And I'm looking forward to having a great session with you. Check.
Okay, so let's go to.
I'll go next.
Ay, who's. Sorry, I did not see you. Is this everybody? Sorry. Wait,
No.
wait.
Yes, Jay. How are you doing?
Namno. Oh,
Yes.
okay, sorry. Okay, Namno. Yes, Namno. You check in.
2.5.
Uh-huh.
I was working on my RTBA shift yesterday, and I'm delighted and seeing a better future for FQN. And I'm hoping that we have a wonderful um, takeoff day for the brighter future. I'm working on my computer, and it's 1.5 for me, 1.5x. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else? Okay. Now let's go to our focus desired topics.
Let's take
You
the
want to take
roll.
you want to take roles? You can put your name also.
Please.
Who just joined?
who's joined? Who has just joined? Can you please check in?
Lucy.
It's Lucy.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Yeah. At two. Looking forward to have a better session. I wanna complete that 2x.
Okay. We're on our focus desired topics. You wanna take a role, Lucy?
Um, yeah, some roles are good. I'm definitely not doing policy keeping, so if someone wants to do that, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, we won't have policy keeping. Maybe someone should facilitate with me. I'm willing to facilitate with somebody else. I don't think it's proper to have me facilitate by myself. Like yesterday didn't work out.
So
Oh, also I
facilitate.
can reread them. So I can do the human thing. So Lucy, you want to help with facilitation?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lucy and Jay will can facilitate together. And I'm doing the human timekeeping. Does anyone want to do policy training, policy keeping? Going once, going twice? No?
I'll try.
Who is that?
I'll try, Lucy.
Play around with it? Okay. So, focus and desired outcomes. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 topics that I have to move forward in the emergency session based on yesterday's new structure and everything is kind of like this ending pay stops ending pay stops and new structure proposal review. You review, had questions, revote if there was a request to revote. At this time, Uma is, I think, the only person who did not vote. Maybe Mamoon. I think Mamoon and Uma. So you guys could vote. There's no reason to revote unless we wanted to do that. Back pay loophole proposals that still has not been fully hashed out in the voting. Budget updates. So based on the ending of the pay stop, we have the new structure proposals to update the budget, understand how it affects the budget. And then we have the policy proposal on firing. I still have some questions about how that would work, but we need to update the policy on that. And then we have name notes back pay for advanced proposal. And then from there, I would say just like structure evolution. So basically just figuring out how the new structure works.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So any other topics? And then we can vote and figure out what we want to do first. Any other topics anyone can think of, or does it sound like I got everything right?
I guess that's all.
Okay, so if there's no other topics, then let's go ahead and vote. Oh, also, obviously, the other topic would be, to split up into buddy teams and work, right? So get to work. So if obviously we want to prioritize that, we could do that. If there's any questions about any of the topics, now's the time to ask.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah?
Okay, I don't see my name in the voting.
Oh, that's a problem. Easily
Sorry.
fixable. Name No. Do we get everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's everybody. Externally this.
Okay.
So Joyce, and Naimno, you haven't started voting yet. Other than that, we are making some progress. I'm gonna be right back.
And please.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
Based on our vote, I think the first topic will be Joyce and Mom. Oma, are you voting? Or you just have to ignore you?
All right, back.
Hi,
Okay.
everybody.
Oh my God, there's Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Back. How are you?
Hi.
You can check in now. Okay.
Yes, I'm checking. Sandra.
Hello.
Hi, Joycey. Nice to have you guys here.
What did I vote?
Okay. Sandra. Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm at 3.0.
3 point?
3.0. Yes.
3 point? I did not understand.
Okay. Um, trying to get back on my feet, and I can't wait to resume as soon as possible. Looking forward for a conclusive session tonight. Especially I'm on computer, so 1.5x. No thickness, right?
Hmm?
Check.
What? Okay.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay. So, Sandra, if you'd like to vote on the topics, you are welcome to. Also, Sandra, don't hesitate to check out if you need to get going anytime, if you're tired, whatever is going on. So, let's get into topic 1, which will just be reviewing the previous vote from yesterday. Under our policies, if there's a specific reason to revote,
Sandra, can you, I don't know if you have background.
I muted you, Sandra.
Mute.
So under our policies, unless there's some specific reason that the team wants to request a revote, those who did not vote are welcome to vote, but there's no reason to revote or rehash the whole thing. Everything for the actual revoting happens asynchronously. So it's going to be a voting form, and everybody who's not present can still vote on the proposal, including the HR board. Right? So that will happen at another time. But if we wanted to revisit it, the whole thing, we certainly could. So that is for topic number 1. Are there any disagreements on topic number 1, reviewing the end of the pay stops and the new structure? And let's do
No problem.
24 minutes. That sound good?
What, Jay? Did you say?
It sounds good, Jay.
Okay, cool. So let me just copy and paste it from yesterday. Wow, so it's like hundreds and hundreds of lines. Can't even find the proposal. Here it is. Okay. Cool. Proposal, boom, boom, and it's always good to have this. All right. So copying and pasting the proposal over from yesterday. The proposal is to remove all pay stops and pay cuts wherever they may exist. Everybody voted except for Sandra and Mamoon. So Sandra and Mamoon, you are welcome to vote if you want to, but you are not required to. And from there, my understanding is that we can just see if there's questions, understanding. The only thing that I think is really
Get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
the only thing that I think is really applicable to note is that two things. One is that because of the block, what I am doing, it creates a fork. And so if anyone has questions about that, they can, but basically this policy undoes hundreds of other proposals over the last 6 months for the functionality plan, and for the last 2 years in terms of the pay stops, and for the last 5 years in terms of our structure. So in the context of that immensity of a proposal, the fork simply allows the continuity of those many years of decisions to continue. But it doesn't change the fact that this proposal has passed and moves forward with the organization. Okay. The other thing that I want to mention, if there's no questions about the fork, is simply that under our policies, my understanding in terms of any type of resignation, quitting, firing, anything like that, it is required to be in writing, that people can say things can happen in the moment, and it's just irrelevant what someone says. What matters is what is actually written down and documented when it comes to legal relationships, right? So when final legal relationships that affect your POP need to be in writing. Okay, so in my perspective, under our policies, we just move forward based on what we can verify in writing. With that said, questions on the review of the proposal? No questions? So Uma and Mamoon, I think you're the only ones who weren't here. So if you don't have any questions, that's fine. The only thing I'll say is that obviously this has a lot of major changes and problems. I have a few questions that I'm going to ask, but other than that, this will go into a voting form, and then everyone can vote on it again asynchronously, which is our policy. And I can explain that if anyone has questions. If the asynchronous vote, if everybody voted no asynchronously, this vote still stands, and the overall the real-time main session has
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
the overall real-time sessions have primary power for review of decision making. And so, but if the asynchronous said no and the real time says yes, it's still a needs to be addressed until either there's agreement between both sides or that would cause another side to report. Okay, so I think we are clear on everything. So I have a few questions. Are there any other questions before I ask my questions? So I think the number 2 and 3 topics are the budget, right? Understanding the budget. So my primary question is really in regards to the 4 things. Actually, there's 5 things that I was able to identify that is under the context of quote pay cuts wherever they may exist. Okay, so if we consider that the proposal, which is very broad, that includes pay stops, it includes income cuts, it includes automated budget cuts, which is responsibility, I believe, 1 in the budget process. And then it also includes the 1.5 hour per responsibility week or per assigned work per week. The other things is firing people, and that also relates to deactivating people. So anytime you fire someone, obviously it cuts their pay. Anytime you deactivate someone, it also cuts their pay. So for me, the question is, how do you fire people? Can we still deactivate people? Can we still fire people? And then of course the 1.5 hours. My understanding is that if the pay stops, the income cuts for sure, those are well documented. But in terms of the 1.5 hours, my understanding is that it might not affect that, but it's still not clear to me because the answers were just not clear, which is part of the reason why I voted no. But those are my primary questions, just to make sure we're all on the same page that this does not affect the 1.5 hours, or it does, because otherwise they're supposed to budget. And then as far as the firing and deactivating, we can discuss that in topics 2 and 3 if we get agreement on discussing the budget. So even if we don't have clarity on that, we will get clarity in the next topic.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
Okay, so it's time for a break. If anyone has any answers to these questions, then it would be great to clarify that. Otherwise, I think we are going to take a break. So we can do it when we get back to it. And Sandra, you still have a lot of background noise, so maybe just
I'd like to check in.
all right, so 5 minutes.
Ate is here. Okay.
Okay, it's here.
I would
Hey,
like to check in.
okay, yeah, take
I'm at the school. I'm sorry, yesterday I could not join. I was traveling. And I reached well. And I went on Discord. I realized that this session was so important. So I said, let me just look a quiet place and try to join. So I look forward to a session check.
Cool. So, okay, if you want to vote, you can vote on line 41. If you have any questions, you can think about the questions during the break. But let's just take a 4.5 minute break. We'll be back. Let me try to answer some of the questions and then go on to the next topic.
Okay, too.
Gloria, you want to begin?
Oh, Gloria's here. You want to does Gloria check in, or we can check in after the break too?
Okay, let's take the
We
break.
are on break.
Okay, quick break. We have 4 minutes left of the break, and then we're going to no 3 minutes. No, 4 minutes. 4 minutes of the break, and then we're gonna have Gloria check in, see if there's questions, and then go from there.
Hi guys, please can you hear me? I can't hear anything. I've been having network issues this morning. Can anyone hear me? I can't hear anything.
Okay,
Yeah,
on the break.
got 2 more minutes.
And the break. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Anyone ready?
Left.
Yes, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Cool. So let's start with Gloria checking in. Oh, maybe Gloria's not back. Sandra, I'll see yourself a lot of background noise when I mute you, okay? Echoing a little bit. Just remember to unmute when you talk, Sandra. Gloria, are you back? Okay, doesn't look like Gloria's here. Maybe you're on mute, Gloria. You don't know. Okay. So, Tay, do you have any questions, or did you want to vote? Oh, you did vote. Okay. All right. So, does anyone have any answers to these questions?
Okay. I think I should answer that. First of all, if you would let me, I'll just want to start by commenting on what happened yesterday and saying that uh, I apologized for, you know, on behalf of most of us here that were in that session for throwing you into, that dilemma. But I need you to understand that that wasn't anything personal. We are all looking for the collective betterment and good of the company, as well as the welfare of the people working, and also for you to achieve your goals and objective and your beautiful dream that you have for this company, which is something I have come to love. Um, you made a step back, and I also decided to make a step back from the statement I had made yesterday, which is why I'm here today.
Time to
Um,
pause.
I'm
Please
grateful.
stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And I'm grateful to that and want to say that you're a very good person. And thank you for looking beyond self. Um, that being said, let me just go straight to the question that you asked. Just a second.
While you're doing that, Lucy, this is a great time to step up in the facilitation. I'd love to respond to Nemo when he's done. Yes.
Okay. Uh,
Um, so, for the 1.5 hours assigned work per week, like we had said yesterday, we don't think it's going to affect because the 1.5 work is basically client work. And the whole purpose, the whole reason for what we're doing, the model we're bringing in is to make sure that the client's work, you know, is done. And when I say that, I'm also looking at the other side and I'm thinking that I'll also give, you know, the floor to others to say or to speak on this. But on the other side, I'm saying if we work on the client work and make sure that it is, you know, it actually, is concluded, is completed, will then be need for that 1.5 hours? Just another question. Because I think the 1.5 hours is just to let people, make sure that people are working, and the fact that so that it does not also allow people to, I guess, to what for as much as I can remember, make sure people just don't choose what they do, and also make sure that they do the client's work at least to the minimum, once a week. Please, if I'm wrong, kindly correct me. So with that, we can also decide here if that should stay or if that should be removed, being that our commitment is that we deliver on the client work, no
Time
matter
to
what it takes.
please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
So no matter what it takes, and I'm re-emphasizing this because this is our commitment as your workers, as people working with FQN, that we are going to make sure that the client's work is completed, you know, at least every month, certain number that we're going to handle and decide when the structure is, when that arrangement is ready. Um, for firing, why that was there was an attempt to, you know, bring accountability, bring
So, yeah.
accountability.
But the firing that is in the proposal is in 3 months, right? 2 or 3 months. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about normal firing and cutting people from the budget anytime. I understand what's written in there in terms of the evaluation after 2 months and then whether people get
Mhm.
fired or not. That's not what I'm talking about. It's different. Okay.
Okay. Okay, please, can you, sorry, just can you go over that again? The question
Um,
about the fee.
yeah, I mean, we can talk about it more in the next topics for the budget and everything. But basically, this proposal, and the budget goes to the HR board. But for example, if we can't get agreement on firing somebody, what happens? That's what we need to figure out with the policy. And then, how does this proposal affect the budget process and affect firing of team members? So I'm not saying I know the answer to it, but we can figure that out in the next topics. If you did know the answer, you should let us know. But if you don't know the answer, then you're in the same boat I am, and we'll just have to discuss that in the next topic. Okay?
All right, so I'll leave that to be discussed in the next topic.
Cool. But I
So,
think we're very clear that the 1.5 hours is not included in the proposal. Obviously, at any time that can be changed, like you're saying, a proposal in the future could change that, but it's not part of this proposal. This proposal only includes pay stops and income cuts, and then obviously changes the budget, but we'll discuss the budget next. That sound good?
um,
Yeah.
okay, so, okay, yeah, let's, maybe I'm just saying because it's not me making the decision, right? It's everyone
Correct.
looking into it and making sure that it works
Time to
for all
pause.
of us.
Please stop.
So that's what
Close
I'm
your
interested
eyes.
in.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I think we were just looking towards you for guidance since it was your original vision. And so we're just trying to define what it means to, get rid of pay cuts wherever they may exist. So there are some pay cuts that are going to be staying, and we'll just address those in the future. Okay. So, Lucy, I would like to respond to Nemo if Nemo is done.
Okay, you can respond to name.
Okay.
Who is a timekeeper?
Oh yeah, we brought it up.
Oh, good evening, guys. Sorry, I
Timekeeper
my
is
network is
Mamu.
really bad. I've been talking. I checked.
Mamoon.
Gloria wants to
Oh,
talk.
well.
So Lucy, Gloria wants to say something.
Yeah, Gloria, can you check in?
Gloria already checked in. Oh no, Gloria didn't check in, did she? No.
Talking. My network is disturbing. I didn't know it was. So I typed.
If you could check in verbally, that would be awesome.
Okay. Okay. So I'm at 2.5. Um, I'm looking forward to a productive session, and we'll be working on payroll and external income generation. My computer is at 1.5x. Yeah, check.
Okay, Jay, can you go?
Okay, cool. So
Mamu, remember to keep time.
I put 12 minutes. I don't know. Sounds about right. All right. So I just have two things I wanted to say in terms of the bigger picture. Like, one is that obviously I apologize for getting frustrated. I apologize for the whole situation. I mean, thank you for apologizing. You know, it's great and it helps in overall. And like, you know, it's difficult to go through changes, especially when something's your baby and all that kind of stuff. So it's just, but I agree. Something happened, right? So,
Time to stretch. Please stop,
quick stretch.
stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So with that said, obviously I'm still very skeptical of the proposal. I still have plenty of concerns. I'm very concerned about the budget, which we're going to talk about next. And, you know, I still stand by what I said, even if it's inappropriate or wrong or whatever, it's still the way I feel, which is that there's a conflict of interest and basically we're increasing our pay and there should be review, you know, with the HR board, which will eventually happen. And, you know, but it is helpful to get clarity on the 1.5 hours. Like I'm doing all the calculations for the budget. If we got rid of the 1.5 hours, I think it would affect the budget much more substantially than just the pay stops. But obviously, that still is significant effect, almost doubling the budget. So I think that's all that I need to say. But just to make sure it's clear, for people who weren't there yesterday, my concern stems from voting in the context of potentially getting more money, which is very easy process to have conflicts over. But it's not a personal thing. It's just like no one does it intentionally. It's just a concern to me. Structural systems and all the things, but I'm very concerned on the work and the deadlines. All of it very concerning. So we'll just see how it evolves. It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely going to evolve. That's for sure. Check. Lucy.
Yes. Okay. Any other person would like to contribute on this topic?
Oh, and anyone who's interested in that is welcome to talk to me about it or get involved or whatever you want to do. You know, the bottom line for the fork is the direction I would go with that is even more strict. You know, like I've been talking about, significantly, you know, reducing access like the back pay and all the other things and changing. I mean, there's so many things I would love to do. So I'm just experimenting with tons of ideas and creativity on a new model and new version. But anyways, that's it. All I need to say for now. Maybe it'll come up
Time to
later.
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open.
Anyone else would like to contribute on the
It
topic?
probably would come up later during the budget discussion and stuff like that. But anyways, yes, Lucy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so I'd like to say something. It's true, I was not in the session yesterday, but when I managed to get online, I had to go through the comments, especially in the decision makers server. And I saw something like Namno quitting, and I really felt bad, but thank God he is here because I feel he's he have some potentials that might help us push the work forward. So let me just dive back to this issue of this proposal. Yeah, I read the proposal and it showed the proposal is gonna change a lot, but to me I'm a yes on this proposal. So I voted a 7. Um, Now what we just need to do is to put in place mechanisms on guiding everyone to get work done because removing all the pay stuff doesn't mean that the work won't be completed. From from reading the proposal and from what myself I know because you cannot get paid if you don't work you can't be paid. So I'm definitely sure that if we organize this 1.5 tracking on our tracking sheet, will definitely go a long way. So we just need to get organized as a team. And from reading on Discord, I realized that Jay will also take a one. I'm very sorry that maybe it got you upset, or as I see on the vote, you said it goes against the core values. So I don't really know how it goes against the core values, but all I know is we just need to get more involved, get the work done, all the work done, so that this 1.5 will not seem as if people are getting paid for not doing work, which hopefully I know that's no one's intention. Because myself, I don't want to be getting paid for not doing work. So hopefully all of us will get involved, everyone will get involved. Put in your best so that we can do as much as we have never done before
Time for
to
breath.
move FQN forward. Cheers.
Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale.
Okay.
1, 2.
Any other person?
Pause. Inhale together.
Okay,
1.
I think before you
Exhale. Relax.
what
I
is your take about 1.5?
Who are you talking to, Lucy?
Ate?
Ate, yeah. And I'd like to respond to Ate on the core values.
Lucy, can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah, I was asking what is your take on 1.5? Should we remove or we just 1.5 is fine?
Uh, um, I don't think 1.5. I don't know. No, the 1.5 should be there to me.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, the question isn't really whether or not we want to remove the 1.5. The question is whether or not the current proposal and the definition of proposal includes it, which I think we've decided is not included.
Come
But
again, Jay.
I
My
think we're
network is not really clear where I am.
include it, and we can address at a future time whether we want to change that. So there's like a separate question, separation. But Lucy, I would like to respond to Ate regarding the core values in the fork. That's okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, so there's only 3 of them, but I think it's important to understand because I think this is a significant effect. I mean, this is the first time ever. Whoa, let me mute you, Ate. But this is the first time ever that there has been like a core disagreement in the evolution of the organization and like initiating a fork. So it's a very important to understand that because it obviously affects the decision in a major way, having the founder work from this. So the 3 things are pretty simple. The structural changes create a potential management and executive model that is top down, where managers can be held responsible for getting work completed, which is different than our current core values, which are bottom up, where that only workers are responsible for work. Managers and executives are not responsible, right? So that is a major change in our core values, or of a bottom up empowerment. Although that's still to be seen how that evolves. The second one is the accountability. For me, this is a significant step down from accountability. Over the last 2 years, the only accountability to getting work done has been the pay stops. And so removing
Time to
that.
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So removing that is a significant reduction in accountability. Furthermore, there's accountability issues related to the budget and to the client work in relationship to the HR board and like how people get fired and all that, but that will be discussed in the next topics. From there, the last thing is the deliverable. We have a value for deliverable driven work on time for clients. And so, I mean, at this time without pay stops, I personally wouldn't feel comfortable telling an external client, like a brand new organization, oh yeah, all of the client work you want is going to get done on time, because I just don't know, right? So that affects our deliverable driven work being done on time every time value from SUG 10. So those are the three core values that I have concerns with. So hopefully that answers your question, Ate, so everyone understands those and how they change with the proposal. Cool. I think we're
You
Yes,
ready.
have
Jane. Thank you.
37 seconds. Anyone would like to contribute on the topic?
And just to remind everybody, this is going to go into a voting form. If anyone wants to be part of the voting form, I've already requested. If anyone wants to do it, if no one wants to do it, obviously I'm going to do it. But I think that's it on that. So Lucy, do you want
I'll
to try
do
to
voting
get
form.
started? Or
Yeah. Okay, I will say something also on the oh, time is up. It's okay.
you can say something if you want.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Okay, I was like the proposal. I'm okay with the proposal removing pay stop and this pay cut, but we should keep on 1.5. I think that is to me is not an issue because everybody you assign. I think this it's also relevant. It's good to go one step at a time. You cannot remove everything at once. Yes, definitely.
Okay, I want to say something.
Okay. Can we do the view up so that if you want to say something, let's do view up. View
Oh,
up.
sure. Yeah. View up would be topic 1.1. I think it's just like last comments. It should be pretty quick. Let's say 3 to 6 minutes.
Yes. This is 6 minutes for Sandra to say something.
And then we have a break after Sandra goes, and then we can get started with the topic. Unless there's any objections to topic 1.1, we're going to let Sandra do last comments.
Sandra, before we go for break,
Okay, can I talk before this? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I just want to contribute, like, I just want to talk on this very thing that is going on. Um, First of all, I don't know what really happened anyway. I just got on this call this morning and I was seeing a lot of messages. Quitting and not quitting doesn't sound good to me. I support the removal of pay stop, but I think disciplinary measures should be involved, at least to an individual who doesn't get the job done and not to all the things. I mean, all the things shouldn't be very responsibility for a singular person who doesn't get job done. I think that's all for now.
Okay, thank you, Sandra.
okay. Thank you, Sandra. We can take a break. 4 minute break. Is anyone back?
Come back.
Okay. Do we still have anyone who to
I'm back.
contribute to the topic? If there isn't, then we move to the next topic. Okay, our next topic is budget update.
Please, I want to ask this topic that we just tweeted now. If you can you hear me?
Yes, Sandra.
Sorry, this topic that we just tweeted now. Please, I would like to know the conclusion. Like before going to the next topic, what's the conclusion?
Or pay stop?
Yeah, do we all agree to remove space? So I'd like to know the conclusion. Please.
I think based on vote, we are going. We have 0% on pay stop. We'll not have pay stop, but to me, I think we'll still have deadline that's guiding us to do the work, but we don't have pay stop.
Okay, is it a please another question. Is it a temporal pay stop? Like is it 0% temporal or permanent pay stop? I want to know.
It will depend how this. I think the proposal was saying up to 1 month or 2 month, then review should be done and how the work is going to be done. If something is not going to be effective, then of course we have to sit down again and look around and see what can we do. Now that we remove pay stop, we still not get work done. But if we still if we are going to get work done, I don't think whether we can go back there. But it's just on trial. We just have to try a new thing. I don't know. Maybe Jay can say something or anyone else.
Oh,
That is based on my understanding, Sandra.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Anyone else? Do we have anyone wanna contribute on the topic? Fine.
I think we should go on now. Move to the next one.
Next topic. Our next topic is budget update. Are we into agreement for the next topic? Topic two. It will be 12 to 24 minutes.
No objections.
Okay.
No objection.
Then someone to create the tab.
No objection.
Is anyone creating the tab for our topic two?
There is already. There is a tab there, and there is a topic already there.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Oh yeah, I think we already created. So we are going to discuss
Oh,
on our budget.
I was just mentioning how we're agreeing to topic 2 and topic 3 just to make sure everyone understands that they kind of go together. We're going to do both of us. And then we got
Okay.
timer going on. Instructions. Should I start with, I can start the new topic. So, can I start? Can I start or what?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So basically, when I reviewed the budget and looked at the budget, obviously we no longer have any relationship to our income. Under this policy, being in the red income is irrelevant. So that means that we like basically we still have the UMCUS loans, so we still have to pay loans, and the client still has to agree to pay the loans, but we don't have to worry about income in relationship to the payroll. Not sure exactly how that's going to work, but we'll figure it out. But but there's still two in the red marks, which is one is the total for the Jurison fund, right, which is $1,000, and then we have the external clients, which is basically, I don't know, 2750, I think, is about where it would be right now, based on the fact that we're spending a lot of money. So you can estimate that we're still in the red by between $3,000 to $5,000 in the red, which is what we had calculated before. Okay. So, but the major changes to
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
But the major changes to the budget, because we're not changing the 1.5 hours, seem to come mainly in relationship to the payroll, right? So the main differences are going to be in the payroll in relation to the process, and specifically our income cuts. And so in pay in the pay stops, right? So we estimated the budget to have enough money to cover the team doing the work, right? That's always the goal of the team, to get the work done and get paid the full amount, or close to it. So, but under all of the pay cuts, the old payroll was going to be something in the range of like a couple $100. I mean, because so little work is getting done. I don't know. Let's say $300. Probably could have been more like up to $500. Let's say 300 to 500 times more than what the old payroll would be by getting rid of the all of the pay cuts. And then under the only primary cut currently still in effect would be the bonuses, right? So under our budget, we only have $600 of bonuses. So the bonuses would skyrocket under the new model. So if we increased the bonuses and gave everybody their full bonuses, it would probably be at least $2,500 of bonus with the bonuses.